My nightmare mother-in-law just stabbed me yet is somehow blaming me for it. My husband is demanding that I forgive her. There is no way I'm forgiving that witch. My husband and I have been married for 4 years and have a 3-year-old son together. My mother-in-law hasn't liked me since I became a tattoo artist around 5 years ago and gave her son his first tattoo. I'm heavily inked and now my husband is too. His tattoos are a huge point of conflict between she and I. She takes him getting modifications as him, ruining the body she made for him, and has asked him on several occasions if he isn't happy with himself and goes on these weird woe is me rants. I guess all of the work I did to make you doesn't matter. You hate what I made. I'm the worst mom. How could you do this to me kind of stuff. She has always been nothing more than passive-aggressive, until today. We made a rare visit to mother and stepfather-in-law's house to let my son play at their jungle gym since he's been begging to go. My mother-in-law was surprisingly pleasant and ordered us all takeout. It was actually kind of nice. Granted, she was being her usual self, criticizing my tattoos every chance he got, blaming me for husband's tattoos, but in a very subtle manner which she did not think we picked up on. Either way, at one point stepfather-in-law pulled out his phone and asked, "So what do you think of this?" and showed me a really well done tattoo. I said it was gorgeous. He asked if I could do it for him, and I said no because it isn't in a style I'm mother-in-law with doing, but if he gave me time to practice I'd be more than happy to do it once I figure out how to get the shading right. My mother-in-law overheard and made a snide comment about me being a bad influence. I joked back, yeah, being a bad influence kind of comes with the territory, I guess. I stab people a lot for a living. I didn't realize what had happened for a moment, and according to my husband, my mother-in-law moved so fast that it even took him a second to catch on. We were outside. The beach had been fiddling around with the fire pit using a little hot dog roasting pick thing that came to a point. She whipped it towards me and jammed it into the upper part of my arm, managing to insert it deeply. I jumped up and started screaming. My husband was yelling. Our son started crying. Stepfather-in-law ushered mother-in-law into the house and kept yelling, "Sorry, oh my God. I'm so sorry, why would you do that? I'm so sorry, please don't call the police. Hold on, I'm coming back. Are you okay?" and other word vomit to defuse us. We packed my son into the car and mother-in-law didn't resurface. My husband went inside to confront her while I checked out my arm. It wasn't bad as I thought. It didn't pierce too far at all, about a pinky fingernail length worth, but it was bleeding. My husband apparently confronted mother and stepfather-in-law. Stepfather-in-law was apologetic and begged him not to call the cops. Husband asked mother-in-law why she did it and she apparently answered. She said she stabs people for a living, so I was going to poke her and say, "Now you see how it feels," but I didn't know my own strength. Husband promised not to call the cops but said to leave him the F alone unless he contacts her. Sounds good, right? Nope. Less than an hour after this had happened, husband was on my butt about forgiving her. He now isn't speaking to me because I told him I actually do want to call the police, and he said if I did, he'd never forgive me. He actually threatened to grab the son and go to mother-in-law's house for tonight if I didn't call her to talk it out. She's texted me over 20 times telling me she didn't mean to but not actually apologizing. I don't know what to do.